Hello guys, and welcome to Crafting of Azeroth. Yes, I'm in a Steve skin, that's because this is 1.7.2. Going back a little bit. Oh god, that's so ridiculously in the way, that's going to fall off. Just sit there, I'm really professional, promise. Right, so hello guys, and welcome to Crafting of Azeroth. Now, for those who don't know what this is, it is an incredibly laggy, it's a 22 gigabyte, which is ridiculously massive, map for Minecraft, and it is the map of World of Warcraft recreated using software that literally takes the WoW, the WoW map and chooses textures and overlays them. It was made by a guy called Rumsey on the Minecraft forums, but it's been dead for about 4 years. So the map has the original 2 continents, as well as Outland, Northrend, and the Cataclysm stuff. Now, for those who don't know what World of Warcraft is, it is a huge fancy MMO RPG, and I think it's the second highest selling computer game of all time, or at least it was when I last checked. And you get to pick a race out of, like, I think it's 13 or 15, and you play through and try and save the world, basically, the world of Azeroth. So right now we're in an area that should be very familiar for any Horde players, because the races are split in between 2 groups, the Horde and the Alliance. So this is the Orc starting zone, the Valley of Trials. You spawn, I think, about here, and this is a big campfire. So this is kind of like your starting zone, and today we're going to be looking through the zone of Durotar, which is the Orc and the Troll starting zone, and we're going to kind of visit around and visit some of the originally lower level zones in Kalimdor, and then probably hop across to Outland, and we'll just check out kind of Kalimdor and Outland, and then we'll go to the Eastern Kingdoms. And if you play WoW, please do drop a comment in the description for any particular zones you want to see. I am just going to put out a disclaimer right now. I am a Horde player. I do not play Alliance. I know nothing about any Alliance stuff. So I won't recognise any of that. But this is so we're in the Valley of Trials, which is the Orc starting zone. You get a few quests over there. You pick up some like apples or pears from these cacti. I can't remember which. I haven't started an Orc in a very long time. And you pick up and over here you kill some boars, I think. And then you go further across here. There's like a little quest here, I think, around here. There's a guy who's like dying, and you have to like kill the boar that killed him or something. It might be near this tree, actually. I can't remember. And then you go into, I think, as I remember, there's a cave back here somewhere. Apparently not, but that looks like the Northern Barrens, so we're not going there yet. But as I remember, there's a cave in the back of the Valley of Trials. Now, it might have changed, because I haven't started an Orc since, I don't know. I think I last started an Orc in Cata, and that's, or Cataclysm, which was the fourth most recent expansion. And that's what this is up to date on. I'm just gonna splash Potion of Swiftness because this map is massive. Yeah, here it is. So there's a cave in here. Apparently not. Yeah, there is. Let me just night vision. So we are going to spend like a load of episodes kind of walking around, exploring the game, doing a zone an episode, possibly a different one for each capital. I'll see what the time is when we get to Orgrimmar, which is of course the capital at the end of Durotar. So basically you come over here and you fight some really evil orcs, which are called like the Burning Blade or something. I think they're called. They're basically an evil orc cult. So you fight through here, and you know, the caves is really easy to get lost in. But it's quite light in here because WoW doesn't really care about whether it's dark or not. And then I think you go through that other path that we just walked around. Yeah, this way. And then I think the big head honcho evil burning blade dude is standing up here. I'm not sure, but I'm sure this is triggering a load of nostalgia for Orc players, but I'm more a troll player, and I haven't started anyone in a very long time, so I'm not going to recognise a lot of these starting zones. But yeah, so that's about all that's in the Valley of Trials. It's a pretty small zone, although there is one other thing that I quickly want to have a look at, and that is I broke the game a bit a while back. So basically I was playing an orc and I decided to climb these mountains, because I'm a terrible person like that, and I literally climbed up the side of these mountains over here. So I just want to check, not necessarily if you can climb them in Minecraft, but I just want to check what's actually on the other Huh, it's Durotar on this. That's weird. Maybe I walked longer than I thought I did. But yeah, I walked into the Southern Barrens because there's 2 barrens and I'm going to have to suck that up because that's been true for a very long time now. But I will never forget the times when there were only 1 barrens. Now, I'm pretty sure so far I have made no sense to any non-WoW fan. And that's okay. So, basically, once you're about kind of level 4-ish, it's level 4 or level 6, I can't remember. I think it's about level 6, actually. You leave the Valley of Trials. And I just want to point out, this probably looks quite similar to Alliance players, because this is the exact same setup as you've got in Elwyn Forest. The 2 big walls that you run through. Elwyn Forest is the human starting zone. That is, I think, a signpost in the actual game, but I can't remember. So you head down this road for quite a long time. Be there in a minute. You run quite a lot faster in WoW. It doesn't take too long. Okay, that's later. You go fight that later. But basically, you keep heading down this road for like literally ever, and then there should at some point be a little troll that is that Razor Hill? That's Razor Hill. I've gone a bit far. This is what happens when you've not been into a zone for a very, very long time. Okay, let's head over to the coast. So yeah, this is much later. Professional. Promise. Yeah, this is much later. Now I think it is about 4, because then you do a little village called Senjin, which is assumedly named after some troll dude. We'll get there in a minute. I really have not been to Durotar for a very long time. So for those who are wondering how big the map is, it's huge, right? Minecraft, in its never-ending glory, has a height limit of 256 blocks. This game, this map, has, 7 altitude layers, and its highest point, the peak of a mountain that we're going to see in a very long time called Mount Hyjal, here's Senjin Village, is 1 kilometer above sea level. That's 1,000 blocks. So that's pretty big. Yeah, so here's Senjin Village, which is the second area you do after the Valley of Trials or the Echo Isles, which we'll check out in a minute. But yeah, this should definitely be ringing bells for Orc or Troll players, because it's pretty accurate. Although there doesn't appear to be an entrance into this. Oh yeah, there is. As you can tell, it's slightly suboptimal. But just like here is where a witch doctor's standing. You help out. The leader of the village is in this building, who's the person you basically do the Valley of Trials, and then they send you to the leader of Senjin Village, who lives in here. I think he's in the back balcony, like here, or it might be a her. I can't remember. I really have not done Durotar in a while. And then you can actually, and then we'll check out the Echo Isles next, I think. As you can see, there's a couple of little boats. So the Echo Isles is where the trolls start, and it has been since Cataclysm. Before then, there was a witch doctor called like Zanlazane, who was like super evil, who lived here. I actually remember the quest Zanzalane's Fall, where you have to kill him. I don't think all that should be on fire. I'm just going to put this out, because while clearly some of it should be on fire, it's going to burn this entire thing down. Something tells me fire spreads should be off. Right. So, Echo Isles is the starting zone for trolls, and isn't it awesome? So you start literally like over in the middle of this. Just over this bridge, in like a little training dummy area, and the game gives you a nice tutorial. And you go out and you catch some raptors and stuff. Over that way, that island we just flew over, and then you eventually go talk to the troll, the Darkspear leader named Vol'jin, who becomes war chief for literally one expansion. So he's standing like here. Is this his house? I think so. And he shows you some cool stuff, and you go fight a load of Naga who live. Do 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 do. I should really. I need some World of Warcraft music. Bum bum ba ba bum ba ba bum ba 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 ba. That is definitely not World of Warcraft. I can't even be bothered. I can't remember what it is, but it's not World of Warcraft, I don't think. Bum 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 bum. That'll do. Da 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 na now 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 nah nah nah. I gotta do it slightly wrong, or I'll get a copyright strike. You know, they'll think it's so accurate it must be the actual music. So this is a Naga cave that you fight in, and these are, I think they're the Naga, geez, this is what I mean about altitude layers. So you're actually swapping between altitude layers. And each of the altitude layers is 256 blocks tall. I think, okay, I don't know what those are, but I think the things that we were seeing out here were the Naga fetishes that you have to destroy that are corrupting the wildlife around. I think. I'm not sure. They look in the wrong place. But I have not played Trolls in a while. Well, I do, but I haven't played a Troll starting zone in a while. I think I did the Troll starting zone after Cata once, maybe twice. So, up here, you kill the Sea Witch. Or you try and kill the Sea... Well, you do kill the Sea Witch. I killed Vol'jin's father. With help from Vol'jin himself. Okay, I don't know what that is. And once you've done this, you go to Senjin Village. But you listen to a chat between Vol'jin and I think it's Garrosh Hellscream, who's the new war chief. I always get Garrosh and Dromash mixed up. And then, once you've done Senjin Village, you come to somewhere that should be recognised by every person that's ever done Durotar. Right, Echo Isles have changed, Valley of Trials has changed, Senjin Village has probably changed, and you know, isn't great in this. But the next settlement, any Horde player should recognise. I mean, seriously. You can look up its name on the internet if you've never played WoW, and you should be able to recognise it. And that is, of course, the settlement that everybody knows what I'm talking about if they're an Orc or a Troll player or even a Horde player. And heck, several Alliance players, there's a lot of PvP outside of Razor Hill. The chat is just always Razor. It's not quite as bad as another place that we'll check out in a future episode called the Crossroads in the Barrens, but that is actually all you see in the chat is the Crossroads is under attack, which means some Alliance players turned up to try and kill some dudes. But Razor Hill's nearly as bad. It's not. But it's actually more of a hub than the Crossroads, that's the wrong thing, is Razor Hill. So this is where you used to get the quests to tame a pet as a hunter, right? Because you used to have to be like level 9 to get a pet as a hunter. It was ridiculous, but Now you get one from level 1, but I still remember doing those quests. Because they were really hard back then. So here's the big kind of War Chief hold bit, the big main room, which you'll see with most Horde villages or towns. They've got this, and under all of these you can find like Easter eggs and stuff in the Easter events that turn you into a bunny rabbit. It's really cool. And you'll see so many players back here during events because there's like tons of Easter eggs and you know all the kinds of things where you got to run around and collect stuff. And then this tower used to be basically non-existent. Nobody ever used it until Cataclysm, where it became a really important story point. Because for those who don't know, Cataclysm basically entailed the breaking out of the most powerful dragon in Azeroth. He escaped his prison and he broke the world. So this used to all be, you know, the red sand stuff, and now it's flooded. Like, actually flooded. Like, somewhere over here there's a farmstead. It's underwater. These bits here, these fawns, those are quillboar nests. Nests is the wrong word, they're like quillboar villages, and the quillboar will try to kill you. Yeah, is this the underwater farmstead? I think so. It is indeed the underwater farmstead. So you might not believe it, but this was a farmstead. This was visitable before Cataclysm, and now it's underwater. And you can see, oh, where's the big, is this it? I think this might be it. Let me just, so basically yeah, this is totally it. So there's like a large kind of fissure in the ground, yeah, this is definitely it, that you then have to run around and kill water elementals inside of, and like electrocute a load of Kodos. I can't remember why. But you used to have to like electrocute dead Kodos for some reason. I think you were waking them up or something. I can't remember. All I remember was I literally tased dead Kodos, which I think is against some law somewhere. But you normally go through this ridge, which is filled with harpies. So you come out of Razor Hill after like 4 levels, probably 2. Yeah, it's like 6 to 8 in Razor Hill, I guess. I don't know, I haven't done Durotar in a long time. And then you come out here, and just here, there's a goblin. And he is the one that tells you to go deal with all that. There are elementals in there that want to kill you, and they're actually, around this area, there's a load of water elementals and rock elementals fighting. You have to kill them both. And then we got another entirely new feature in Cataclysm, the Durotar Blockade. I'm going to have to pull this mic closer because it's way further away than I want. Let me just check. You should still be able to hear me, but I can't tell. So if the volume's a bit quiet, I'm very sorry, but the table's a long way away and the mic's on the back of the table. Yeah. Anyway, so this is the Durotar Blockade, it's called, and that is definitely going to fall off. So, and that is the Gates of Orgrimmar, which, if I have a look at the time, yeah, we're going to explore next episode. So we're going to finish exploring the Durotar Blockade today, and then we're going to go to Orgrimmar tomorrow. Not necessarily tomorrow, definitely not tomorrow. Next episode, definitely not tomorrow. Anyway, so this is the Durotar Blockade. So it's an area that was set up during the Cataclysm by Garrosh Hellscream, new war chief of the Horde, to defend. And as you can tell, yeah, some things don't translate into Minecraft very well. The Durotar, well, interiors is one of them. But that way you can see like a fighting arena and stuff, and loads of tents. This is like an army camp. And then over here you see a load of military docks and a catapult under construction, I think. Yeah, it's a catapult that's under construction. You got quite a few of them. You can really tell it's a military camp, can't you? Here's another part, so you got a nice tower. I think you talk to someone up here. I never got this far in Cata. Yeah. So you've got a big tower, and then you got the docks. So these are the ships that will take you to lots of places. So, oh god, I've got no idea where that ship. I think that ship takes you to Legion, which is the newest expansion. I think this. No, it wouldn't be here otherwise, would it, idiot? So it's probably the ship that takes you to Vashir, which is. But I thought that was the other side. I don't know. It looks kind of Goblin or Alliance. I'm saying Goblin. Maybe it's the ship that takes you to just another town. I don't know. But I think this other dock is the one that takes you to Vashir, which is an underwater area in the Eastern Kingdoms that was part of the Cataclysm expansion. That might take you to Twilight Highlands. I don't know. But that's basically it for Durotar. That's all Durotar is. It's like 3 towns in and just kind of lumped together. What the heck is this? Yeah, is this a secret way into Orgrimmar or something? Because if so, I've just made every alliance, like, person ever's life easier. Because, you know, there's actually an achievement in game for killing like all the leaders of each of the Horde of the Alliance. Obviously, depending on who you play. If you play the Horde, you get the achievement for killing the leaders of the Alliance, etc. And vice versa. Where the heck does this go then? And this is how you get lost. Because there's no distinguishing features in this cave. I don't know, I think it's just a cave. I was expecting a secret tunnel to Orgrimmar and I got a cave. And I'm lost in said cave. Yeah, that's weird. This just. So if you're an Alliance PvPer and you just got wrecked in Durotar, just hide in that cave. So that's it for today's video. Well, not quite it. just gotta fly over to the gates of Orgrimmar, named after Orgrim Doomhammer, previous war chief of the Horde, before he was murdered and Thrall sat on his throne. No, he was killed in battle. And then Thrall took the throne. And then he stepped down to go do shamany stuff, and then Garrosh took the throne. And then other stuff happened, but I'm not allowed to spoil that, because you actually see that in the story. So, that's it for today's episode. I will see you guys next time. Bye! Or goodbye.